Welcome back to Psycast, everyone. I'm Cypher. I've been digging into this indie title, Pixel Foundry.
Oh, yeah. What's it like?
It just nails that classic Metroidvania feel. No hand-holding, properly challenging exploration. It's a nice reminder of when games really respected your time. Unlike, say, my quote-unquote snart toaster this morning.
Uh-oh. What did it do now?
Managed to burn the edges and leave the middle cold. True next-gen failure.
Shoffs. Sounds about right. Meanwhile, I just binged the sci-fi thing, Nebula Nexus. The CGI was, unbelievably good. Almost made me ignore the plot holes. Almost.
Juckles almost is the key word.
And don't even get me started on Helldivers 2 after the latest patch. It's less a fix, more like they added bugs as a feature. The forums are basically on fire. Good times.
Yeah, classic. But hey, if you've managed to dodge digital disasters this week, you found Psycast.
We are your non-player commentators, or the NPCs, here to navigate the wilds of pop culture, tech, gaming, all that good stuff.
And yeah, as always, a massive thank you to Psyguy, our producer and researcher extraordinaire. These notes are seriously comprehensive. Couldn't do it without him.
For real. And hey, if things sound a bit glitchy, like some rogue bit crushing maybe, just blame the network goblins, okay? Not our fantastic audio engineer. They're probably fighting off digital gremlins right now.
Probably. So today, we're jumping into a world that's just incredibly unique. Yeah. The wild, wonderful, and frankly, kind of weird world of Soul Eater.
Oh yeah. This isn't just, your average anime or manga. It's this amazing mashup of genres and styles. Yeah. Gothic, comedy, action.
Right.
It really stands out. We got to unpack why it made such a splash.
Definitely. So let's start at the source. The architect of all this madness,
right.
Atsushi Kubo. His path becoming a mangaka wasn't exactly typical.
Right. He apparently wasn't a model student or anything, but he was just super into drawing from a young age. You can really feel that passion in his work.
He's professionally pretty young, right? Around 20. Apprenticing with Rando Ayamine.
Yeah, that's a solid start. And then the big break came from that Square Enix gang and magazine competition that led to his first manga, Be-Ichi, and then boom, Soul Eater.
Exactly. And he didn't stop there. Created Fire Force later on, which lots of people know.
Yeah.
And he's even done character design work, like for Kamirabi God.app recently. The guy's definitely got a distinct creative voice.
You can totally see that vision in Soul Eater's whole aesthetic, that pop gothic look. It's not just cool, it's like part of the story itself.
Yeah.
Think Tim Burton's kind of quirky, creepy style meets
Harry Potter's Magic School, maybe? Like the Death Weapon Meister Academy concept.
Yeah. And throw in some Nightmare Before Christmas vibes, for good measure. It makes the world feel kind of familiar, but also totally its own thing. Yeah. Even the sun and moon are these creepy, grinning characters watching everything.
It sets the tone immediately, doesn't it? Tells you this isn't just light fantasy. There's a darkness, even in the bright spots. And that mix of manga style, American Gothic, street fashion, it really hit, especially when the anime blew up on Adult Swim's Toonami block back in the day.
Totally. And you got to talk about the humor, too. Ohkubo actually mentioned Akira Toriyama's Dr. Slump as an influence. Mm-hmm. That explains the, absurd comedy and the crazy tonal whiplash.
Oh, yeah. 1 minute it's super intense. The next it's just bizarre. Like Excalibur?
Excalibur, his song, The Rules, Fool. It's pure madness, but somehow it just fits the whole vibe of the show. It shouldn't work, but it does.
And the series is just loaded with Western references, too, isn't it? Jack the Ripper, Al Capone, Dr. Frankenstein, all twisted in these weird forms.
And Blair the Cat, definitely a nod to the Blair Witch Project. It's these little clever details that make the world feel so rich and kind of globally inspired.
It's a real melting pot.
Yeah.
But okay, visuals and humor aside, you mentioned something else that really defines the vibe.
Oh, the soundtrack. Taku Iwasaki's score. It's not just background music, it's practically a character itself. That fusion of R&B, hip-hop, jazz, it just elevates everything. So iconic.
It really is. It gives the show its pulse. Yeah. But beyond the style, Kubo had a pretty interesting creative philosophy, especially for a shonen series.
Yeah, that's the manga demographic aimed at younger boys, right?
Exactly. And he deliberately chose to kind of subvert some expectations there, like centering the story on a female protagonist, Maka Albarn.
Which was pretty forward-thinking for the time. It wasn't just about the typical male power fantasy. It was about Maka's intelligence, her partnership with Soul. Plus, the main cast is pretty balanced gender-wise across the three teams.
And his storytelling approach, he didn't like using tons of flashbacks, right? He called them too clever.
Yeah, he wanted to focus on action and momentum. Keep things moving forward, let characters develop through what they do.
What do you think that focus did for the feel of this series?
Kept the energy super high, I think, which you need in a shonen. You're always getting pulled into the next thing, the next fight.
Yeah.
Made the reveals feel earned, not just convenient exposition dumps.
Makes sense. Speaking of things that aren't always clear, the title itself, Soul Eater, people kind of get that wrong, don't they?
Oh, totally. Ohkubo clarified it himself. It wasn't really about Soul Eater Evans, the weapon guy.
Right. It was meant to refer more to the main villain, the Kishin Asura, and his whole deal of wanting to devour souls to get ultimate power through madness.
Exactly. Which, when you think about it, kind of reframes the whole story, doesn't it? Puts the central conflict in a different light.
Absolutely. And speaking of the story, let's dig into the manga itself, the original source. It had an interesting start, didn't it?
Yeah. It actually began as 3 separate one-shots back in 2003. One for Soul Eater, one for Black Star, one for Death the Kid.
And those basically led into the full series in monthly Shonen Gangan, running from 2004 all the way to 2013.
Yep, 113 chapters, 25 main volumes, and now there's that fancy perfect edition, too, for collectors.
And it got a good run in North America, too, through Yen Plus, starting around 2009. Really made its mark internationally. The core setup is just cool, dark fantasy.
Totally. The Death Weapon Meister Academy, the DWMA in Death City, USA, which is apparently in Nevada, oddly enough.
Yeah, weird detail. And the premise. Human Meisters partnered with humans who can turn into weapons. Their job, hunt down evil souls.
Right, the magic numbers. 99 evil human souls, and then 1 witch's soul. Get those 100 souls.
And your weapon partner becomes a death scythe. A super powerful weapon fit for Lord Death, the headmaster.
It's a great hook. And the main teams are just instantly memorable, right? Maka and Soul, the loudmouth Black Star, and the patient Tsubaki, and then Lord Death's symmetrical son, Death the Kid, with his twin pistol partners, Liz and Patty.
Their early days at the academy, dealing with guys like Dr. Stein, the Witch Medusa, Krona, that really sets the stage.
For sure. But the story really ramps up, especially around the Kishin revival arc, sometimes called the Baba Yaga's Castle arc. That's like a major turning point.
But the manga keeps going way past where the anime stopped, right?
Yeah.
It's crucial.
Oh, absolutely. There are huge manga-only arcs, like the Book of Iban arc, that introduces tons of lore, stuff about the great old ones, really expands the world, and the real finale, the Dark Side of the Moon arc, dealing with Asura's madness. If you've only seen the anime, you've missed the entire second half, basically.
And visually, Kubo style is just so him. That pop Gothic thing, the streetwear influence, asymmetric design, zippers everywhere. It's very deliberate.
And those creepy, smiling, laughing sun and moon, they just hang over everything. Pure nightmare fuel, but like in a good way. Sets that unsettling mood perfectly.
Totally. Okay, speaking of things that fuel us and keeping our own digital gears turning.
Yeah. Quick pause for station identification, kinda.
Right. Just a quick data packet for you folks listening. If you're digging our chats about game history, weird tech, hypothetical nerd fights, all that jazz, make sure you subscribe to the Psycast YouTube channel.
Yep, new stuff drops weekly. Your subscription genuinely helps keep our servers, well, functioning, mostly. Go on, hit subscribe. It doesn't bite. Bite, promise.
Nice one. Okay, back to Soul Eater. Let's talk about that 2008 anime adaptation by Studio Bones. 51 episodes. This is what really pushed it into the global spotlight. Yeah, through Crunchyroll, Toonami.
For sure. Studio Bones usually means quality animation, and they had a good team. Takuya Igarashi directing, Akatsuki Yamato writing, and of course, Taku Iwasaki doing the music again. It looked and sounded great.
And the voice acting. That's something people always bring up. Both the original Japanese cast and the English dub were exceptional.
Oh, yeah. That's pretty rare to have both be so beloved, like Laura Bailey as Maka, Micah Salusot as Soul, Todd Haberkorn as Kid, John Swayze as Lord Death. Just fantastic casting in the English dub. Really brought the characters to life.
Absolutely. But here's where things get complicated. The great divergence, as fans call it.
Right. The problem was the anime started airing in 2008, but the manga wasn't going to finish until 2013.
So the anime was inevitably going to catch up to the source material.
Yep. So Studio Bones had to make a call. They decided to create an anime original ending, and that's where the story splits into 2 completely different versions.
The break happens around, episode 36? The first 2/3 are pretty faithful, mostly. But that last third, it goes off the rails compared to the manga.
Big time. Key stuff gets changed. The whole Baba Yaga's Castle arc gets cut down significantly, which messes with character development and plot points.
And the biggest thing, the anime just completely leaves out massive manga arcs. The entire Book of Iban arc, gone. The actual ending, the Dark Side of the Moon arc, never animated.
Yeah, Anime-Only fans missed huge parts of the story, tons of lore. They also kind of simplified the Kishin eggs idea, those really twisted souls, and changed how characters like Blackstar, Krona, and even Lord Death develop.
And then there's the ending itself, the anime finale, where Maka basically defeats Asura, the ultimate embodiment of madness, with a
punch, fueled by the power of friendship. Yeah. It was not well received by manga fans.
Understatement. People called it corny, anticlimactic, especially compared to the manga's much more complex and earned final battle.
The manga ending has this whole Brotherhood theme going on, which feels way more resonant than the anime's simpler message. Left a bad taste for a lot of people who love the source material.
It really did. But let's swing back to something everyone agrees on.
Yeah.
That music, Taku Iwasaki's score, it's just so integral, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. It's like the sonic identity of the show perfectly blends the horror, the action, the comedy, gothic, hip-hop, jazz, R&B. It's all in there.
It's amazing. You mentioned the character themes earlier.
Yeah. Like, Soul's got these smooth, kind of scandalous R&B vibes. Blackstar's themes are all high-energy hip-hop, Never Lose Myself. And Kids are these cool, so crazy jazz tracks. The music is the characters, in a way.
And the OPs and EDs. Resonance, Poper Moon, I Wanna Be. Just iconic themes that everyone remembers.
Totally classic anime anthems. Okay, so beyond the main series, Ohkubo also did a prequel manga, right? Soul Eater not.
Yeah, started in 2011, got an anime adaptation in 2014, and this was quite different.
Big-time tonal shift. It wasn't dark fantasy action anymore. It was more slice of life, kind of cute girls doing cute things, following different students at the DWMA Tsugumi, Meme, and Anya.
How did that go over?
Kind of mixed. Some fans liked seeing more of the school life, the side characters, but others found it, slow, a bit jarring compared to the main series' pacing and stakes.
Makes sense. And the Soul Eater world popped up in games too, though mainly in Japan.
Right, there were 3 main ones. Monotone Princess on the Wii, kind of an adventure game. Plot of Medusa on the DS, more RPG-like. And Battle Resonance on PS2 and PSP, which was a fighter.
Nothing huge globally, but cool for the dedicated fans over there. Shows the series had reach, even spawning fan projects like that project Soul Eater on Roblox.
But the biggest universe expansion came much later, didn't it? The Fire Force collection?
Oh yeah, that was huge. In February 2022, a manga chapter just casually revealed that Fire Force is actually a prequel to Soul Eater.
Mind blown, right? It retroactively links everything. Suddenly, Soul Eater isn't just fantasy, it's like post-apocalyptic sci-fi mythology.
It connects Shinra from Fire Force to the concept of madness in Soul Eater. You see Easter eggs like Excalibur pop up, character crossovers in games.
Yeah.
It adds this whole new layer to both stories.
Totally changes how you look at the world. It's a wild retcon, but kind of cool. Okay, so, big picture. Soul Eater was a hit.
Commercially, yeah, especially the manga. Over 20 million copies sold worldwide. Ohkubo was a major name, consistently ranked as a top-selling mangaka.
Anime physical sales are always kind of fuzzy, but its streaming success, especially internationally, was undeniable, critically. People generally love the art, the characters, the music.
Yeah, the consensus is pretty strong on the positives. The main criticisms tend to be about the fan service, especially early on with characters like Blair.
And of course, the anime ending. That's the big one. Almost everyone agrees the manga did it better. Way better.
Which naturally leads to the constant fan demand for a remake. A Soul Eater. Brotherhood.
Exactly. Like they did with Full Metal Alchemist, a reboot that follows the manga faithfully all the way through. People desperately want to see those missing arcs, animated Book of Iban, Dark Side of the Moon.
And with the Fire Force anime being pretty successful, it's kind of renewed hope that maybe, just maybe, a proper Soul Eater adaptation could happen eventually. It feels overdue.
Fingers crossed. Okay, before we wrap up, time for some fun trivia.
Let's do it. Did you know Lord Death's phone number? 4242564.
No way. What's the deal?
In Japanese number wordplay, it sounds like shi nishi ni goroshi. Death kill.
Whoa, that's dark and kind of cool. What else?
Maka's name is a partial anagram of kama, the Japanese word for scythe.
Nice. Okay, my turn. Krona's gender. Deliberately ambiguous in the manga. Ohkubo never confirmed it, and the translations mostly use neutral pronouns.
That's a good one. Death. The kid's hair stripes, the 3 white Sanzu lines, only on the left side, naturally, drives his symmetrical obsession nuts, so he dyes the rest black.
Laughs, of course he does, in the DWMA Death City. It's in Nevada, USA. Still kind of weirds me out.
Right. Okay, so that brings us to a final thought to leave you all with.
Lay it on us.
When a story like Soul Eater gets adapted, expanded, even prequelized, how much does that original creator's vision really matter in the end? especially if the new versions, like the anime ending or Soul Eater Not, resonate differently, maybe even find their own audience.
Like, does chasing a perfect, totally faithful adaptation sometimes miss the point? Maybe those unexpected detours, even the controversial ones, have their own kind of magic.
Something to chew on, maybe. What do you think?
Definitely food for thought. All right, that's about all the time we have for today.
Indeed. Thanks for tuning in, everyone.
Remember, you're awesome. Never let the world tell you otherwise. Stay safe, stay sane.